Hey, thanks. The Lion King! The Lion King! What a story! It all began here. It's hard to believe that somebody so great started out so small, but this little cub's arrival was big. I mean, huge! King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi, boy, were they proud. Their kid was the future king. Rafiki, the all-knowing baboon, and all the animals of the Pride Lands came to see him. Prince Simba. Let's see, what's next? Oh, right, the sun! The sun rose and set on many days across the Pride Lands. Simba grew into a playful, pouncing, carnivorous, healthy lion cub. One morning, Mufasa gave Simba the grand tour. Everything the light touches is our kingdom, he explained. But Mufasa warned Simba to never, ever go beyond the border. Meanwhile, Simba's Uncle Scar wanted Mufasa and Simba gone, as in finished, kaput. Then he could be king. Scar told Simba about an elephant graveyard. He said only the bravest lions went there. And of course, it was over the border. An elephant graveyard? Bravest lions? Over the border? Simba and his best friend Nala just had to go there. But first, they had to lose Zazu, Mufasa's right-hand bird. They ducked, they dodged, they bobbed, they weaved. Finally, they did it. They ditched the dodo. Simba and Nala found the elephant graveyard. No problem. But those kids had no idea it was a trap. Scar had sent 3 hungry hyenas after them. Soon the cubs were running to save their hides. Oh, it was awful, terrifying. The hyenas had them cornered. They were closing in. Suddenly, a deafening roar sounded. Hello, Mufasa!
Oh.
Goodbye, hyenas! Boy, oh boy, was Mufasa mad. Simba had disobeyed him. The little guy tried to explain the whole bravery thing, but in Mufasa's book, being brave didn't mean you should go looking for trouble. That night, Mufasa told Simba something important. All the great kings of the past watched over them from the stars. So if Simba ever felt down, he should just look up. Not too hard to remember, right? As for Scar, he hadn't given up on becoming king. He instructed his army of hyenas to be prepared. Scar had a plan to get rid of Mufasa and Simba. The next day, Scar brought Simba to a gorge. He told the little guy to wait there for Mufasa. But it was another dirty trick. Scar signaled the hyenas. They started a wildebeest stampede. And it was headed right for Simba. It was too terrible. Simba was a goner for sure. Scar raced to tell Mufasa that his son was in danger. Just as Scar had planned, Mufasa ran to Simba's rescue. He dove right into the stampede. Talk about guts. Brave Mufasa got Simba to safety. But the king wasn't so lucky. And get this, Scar convinced Simba that Mufasa's death was his fault. Then he told Simba to run away and never return. Okay, here's where things start to look up. Simba did run, fast and far, until he collapsed. That's when one extremely handsome meerkat, yours truly Timon, and his warthog sidekick, Pumbaa, found him. First, the kid needed a little water. Then, he needed a new outlook, a new way of life. Simba needed to learn our motto, Hakuna Matata. It meant no rules, no responsibilities, no worries, and a delectably nutritious diet of grubs. With new friends and a new home, Simba put his past behind him. Living the life of no worries, the years flew by. And Simba, well, boy, did he grow up. One day, a lioness charged after poor old Pumbaa. Simba pounced and discovered it was Nala. "You're alive!" she cried. Scar had told everyone Simba was dead. Worse, Scar was king, and the Pride Lands were ruined. Nala wasn't the only one who knew Simba was alive. Inside his tree, Rafiki discovered the truth too. That night, Rafiki set off to visit Simba. The baboon had big news. Mufasa wasn't really gone. He lives in you, Rafiki said, showing Simba his reflection. That's when Simba finally remembered to look up. And there was Mufasa. Simba could hear his father's voice speaking to him. Remember who you are, the voice said. You are my son, the one true king. That did it! Simba knew he had to return to Pride Rock and challenge Scar. But to get to Scar, Simba had to get past the hyenas. Luckily, he had help from his friends. Oy, the things I do for my friends. Simba and Scar battled. It was intense. Simba learned that Scar had caused Mufasa's death. He told Scar to leave and never return. But Scar attacked again. Oh, don't worry. Simba was victorious. At last, Simba took his place as king. And the Pride Lands went from Yach to Yowza. In time, the animals gathered again at Pride Rock. There was a new royal cub. That's right! King Simba and Queen Nala had a little one. Ah, the circle of life. Phew. The end.